Here's 40 things you probably haven't thought of, and they're small and they're simple. Go try them out, see which ones work for you. And
Yeah.
one of them you might latch onto and go, shit, I never considered looking at the world that way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Or the
Mhm.
scariest tip I give everybody is turn off your phone completely, power
Yes.
it down, put it on
Yes.
the shelf, walk away. And I in this day and age, that seems to be the scary. 20 years ago, it would have been like, all right.
Okay.
But, but even but at the same time, I say, why don't you do something creative every day?
Right.
Who cares if it's scribbling with crayon on paper in your 40s
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
60s? Go find a kid to have fun with, and then you'll fit in. But
Exactly.
you know,
Yes.
I sat down with a 4-year old yesterday in my office, and I
Hmm.
said, "Dude, what are we watching?" And he looked up at me and he goes, "Don't you know this?" And I go, "No, I'm pretty ignorant." And so we watched dinosaur trucks. I don't know. It was very interesting, and I was like, "Wow!" And he was
Wow.
just into it, and he's like, "Here," and he just pulled. You should watch. So I'm like, "All right." So I hung on. I had 3 minutes to between patients, so I sat and I watched truck like dinosaurs and just kind of let myself get out of my adult self for a few minutes. And then I went, all right, great. And I get up now. I'm focused on taking care of people again.
Yeah.
And I've completely changed,
Yeah.
my paradigm a little bit.
And and that's funny because we can sit here all day and literally talk about something. We can literally, when you said, "Hey, why don't you turn off your phone and just put it on the shelf and just walk away?" Like when you literally say that, back in our day, we really didn't have phones like that, right? So,
No, you couldn't. It was
you,
corded. You had to leave it in the house or it
yeah,
wouldn't have
so
a signal.
exactly. So it's like, hey, if we actually go and we put the phones away, big deal. We had our communication was, going over people's houses and or going to the park or, just hanging out on the doorstep and just, having conversations. It wasn't glued to the phones. That's how we were back in the day. And that's how, socially, that's how we, tend to grow.
Right.
But we got these phones,
Interacting.
and that's when everything changes.